Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel, where of course it's all Juve all the time. I'm Alberto, you know the drill. I'm going to bring you all the latest news surrounding La Vecchia, and today is the show ahead of the big match tomorrow happening between Juventus and Lazio. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the rumor mill, what's happening as things are picking up, of course, leading into the World Cup, and then after the World Cup break, of course, we hit our winter mercado, so there's a lot going on in the rumor mill. Then, of course, we will take a look at player statuses going into this big match, the final one before the World Cup break, but an important one for Juventus as it is important for Lazio. We'll take a look at the player statuses going into that one and how Juve should line up to face Lazio. Let's get into it. Alright, Juventini, friendly reminder to like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Alright, now let's get into the rumor mill right out of the gate. We have rumors that Karsdorp from Roma is someone Juventus is keeping tabs on as an alternative to Cuadrado. On our last post-match podcast, we named the position that is most important for Juventus currently if we're going to do any moves in January. And for me, that is finding an alternative to Cuadrado. Kostic, I think there will be some relief there. Iling Jr. has shown he can offer relief there, but you need one of those sides to have a healthy rotational piece. Cuadrado doesn't have that if we are going to remain in the 3-5-2. Karsdorp, however, my personal opinion on him, it would be a no for me. But I lay it out for you to play it out. What do you think about Karsdorp? Okay, now let's get into Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Today, the rumor mill goes wild with Sergej Milinkovic-Savic to Juventus and what's going to take place, essentially. We have rumors that his agent was in Turin yesterday meeting with Juventus officials, okay? And what they're trying to do is find a pre-World Cup agreement with Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. That is incredibly smart, okay? We know that they've talked a lot, obviously, over the past summer and everything. We know that the status of Sergej Milinkovic-Savic is this summer he enters his final season under contract with Lazio. Every day that passes, Lazio loses more and more leverage, okay? But there is still one season left on his term after this one, okay? So in terms of Milinkovic-Savic, very smart from Juventus to try and get some type of agreement pre-World Cup, because if he has a big World Cup, obviously it could be very difficult. But what we have to hope for is the same thing we would have had to hope for back in the summer, and I've been saying this the whole time. You have to hope that Sergej Milinkovic-Savic's intentions are to join the Bianconeri, and then you could see things through, because then even if he has a big World Cup, he will be willing to work with you to get in there. So if we can find that pre-World Cup agreement, that is big. But it is still being reported Lotito wants 100 million euros for Milinkovic-Savic in the summer. Good luck. He ain't going to see 100 million, especially not when he enters his final contract year, all right? But would you expect anything less from Lotito? I wouldn't. Now, let's get to training sessions. The team's going to take part in one final training session ahead of the big game tomorrow against Lazio. Okay, we are going to be live here at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, getting you hyped up for it, and I will be bringing you a live watch along, all right? So come share in the live reactions with me, okay? It's going to be great stuff. Now, this training session is going to tell Juventus what Vlahovic's status is going into this last one. It'll also give Max Allegri hopefully a clear decision on the likes of Paredes and Di Maria. Okay, there are some outside rumors that Locatelli might not be good to go and that he is suffering some setbacks with his injury that he dealt with to come back. So there's going to be very interesting decisions to be made by Max Allegri if Locatelli should not go. The early rumors are that Fagioli would then take the spot ahead of the defense. Me personally, I've been shouting this from the rooftops, and that's two-man pivot. Get into a two-man pivot. However, shouts are being made for Fagioli. What the lineup could look like. Now, keep in mind, as far as Lazio goes, they are probably going to be without Lazzari, Zaccagni, and Immobile. Immobile is set to miss the match. Zaccagni and Lazzari apparently could be game time decisions, but they might all miss the match, okay? So they're going to be dealing with that as well. Our lineup slated to be this: Szczesny in goal, Bremer, Bonucci, and Danilo as your three center backs. Cuadrado, Fagioli, Locatelli, Rabiot if Locatelli's fit. If not, it becomes Miretti, Rabiot, and Fagioli. Kostic, of course, on the wing, and then it would be Keane and Milik up top, only if Locatelli isn't free to play. If Locatelli is in the lineup, Miretti would substitute Keane, okay? So that's what it's looking like right now, everybody. This game's coming up quick upon us tomorrow. It's going to be very, very intense, and it is the last one before the World Cup break. So make sure you're with us for the Match Day Live, and then, of course, taking the action with me live on the watch along, all right? Can't wait to hear from all of you on what you thought of today's news, okay? So drop your comments, questions, thoughts, opinions in the comment section of this video. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Forza Juve, fino alla fine. Let's get that final win before the World Cup break. Ciao tutti.